Hello again from the Institute for Jaques-Dalcroze Education. In this video, I will discuss the skip technique in the binary and ternary forms. To begin, it's important to understand that skipping as a locomotor movement begins as a walk, as Stephen will demonstrate in the next slide. However, a skip includes a hop on each step. When done evenly, this is known as a step hop, which exists in folk dance around the world. Watch Steve demonstrate. A step hop and a skip are the same technique, but the skip is performed unevenly in a short-long pattern, better known as trochaic mode. When done by children or adults world over, the trochaic is most always done in compound meter, or at a ratio of 2:1. Notice how the swing of the leg carries Steve's body forward horizontally, rather than vertically. It's the momentum of the leg swing, not force, that propels him forward. Note how the shoulders remain down and relaxed, even though he instinctively conducts the meter. Also notice that the ball of the foot lands first on the floor. View the next video where three young ladies skip naturally, with no music and at their personal tempo. Note three important points. 1. The age difference among the children. 2. The technique used by each child. And 3. Regardless of the technique, the rhythm pattern remains trochaic at a 2:1 ratio, which is the most common. It is the one that all children naturally use when skipping. In other words, human beings will always skip in compound meter. This phenomenon stems from the experience of rolling and rocking while in the mother's womb, and we all know how rocking a child who is under stress will provide comfort, and what child doesn't like to swing? This sensation is deep in our bones and tissues and pre-wired into our brain. It's a sense we cannot forget. The triple division found in a compound meter recalls the rocking we all learned from birth. Therefore, with children, it's always a good idea to start with compound meter. Trochaic mode is usually performed as a skip, but it can be performed as a limp, just as the 5-year-old child did in the previous video. The limp technique is more practical when the tempo is slower and the meter is in simple 3. Note how one foot steps the long and the other the short. Now we all know that trochaic mode exists in two forms, a 2:1 ratio, which is ternary and usually found in compound meter, and a 3:1 ratio, which is binary and usually found in simple meter. Now watch skipping in simple meter. Note that the stride carries Steve upward, allowing him to traverse space more vertically than horizontally. The body does not naturally perform a binary trochaic pattern, which means that human beings must learn a specific technique that allows the body to experience the binary trochaic mode correctly. First, swing the leg freely from the hip with a brush of the foot across the floor. Hold on to a friend or an object. Be sure to align the knee with the foot. Now at the apex of the swing, bend the knee, pull it toward the chest, and then allow the opposite foot to lift. The momentum of the leg swing and the knee pulled toward the chest propels the body upward. Therefore, we have a leg swing, a knee bend, and finally a hop. Practice both sides of the body and be sure to pull the knee upward and into the chest. The next part is to combine the previous sequence with a step, which would create a pattern trochaic long. Let's watch Steve. Now we're ready to eliminate the step between the trochaic patterns, thereby creating the binary skip. Now let's watch Steve demonstrate binary trochaic mode twice as slow, using first the limp and then the skip. Keep your eye on his shoulders, and notice they always remain down. This video, written, directed, and produced by Jack Stevenson, is the sole property of the Institute for Jaques-Dalcroze Education, LLC. A wholehearted thank you goes out to Mr. Stephen Paskowski for his invaluable assistance in the production of this movie. Mr. Paskowski holds the Advanced Jaques-Dalcroze Certificate and has studied at the Institute from the age of 10. Steve also holds a piano performance degree from Kutztown University.